Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like a clock, and you can see my messy kitchen back there, can't you? Yes, you can. I'm Pearl of Wisdom. You're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, and I am changing it up today. I'm not in the massage room. No, I'm just chilling, watching the Jays actually almost win a game. Watch the draft. I did all of it. It was fantastic. Um, Got me to thinking. By the way, I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Got me to thinking. As I was watching it, the Edmonton Oilers picked Broberg. I'm going to do a lot of Edmonton because I'm an Edmonton fan. I do all of the NHL teams, but Edmonton is my main focus usually. So they picked Broberg, and Twitter went all aflutter. Didn't like the pick. A lot of that has to do. See, Edmonton Oilers fans usually don't complain about draft picks because they give their team the credit that they give them credit, and they did it for a lot of years. But the last 2 or 3 years has been increasingly not like that. So Broberg is a left defenseman that the Oilers in that position don't really need more than they need forwards. They were really hoping to get some forward depth. Well, here's something, Edmonton Oilers fans. You have Holland now as a general manager, which I personally think is a very good thing. But with Holland is not thinking that Broberg is going to play next year or the year after, or pretty much anybody else he's going to pick in that spot. In fact, he's probably the most patient general manager that there is out there. There might be some as much, but nobody more. So, yeah, 4 or 5 years ago from now, you might need a left defenseman. And another thing that Holland does is he has two things that he looks for in a player, and it's more important than position: skill and character. If there's not those two things, he's generally not going to pick the player anyways. He's not a guy that's going to pick somebody just because he's got size. He's not somebody that's going to take somebody with poor character with great skill, or he'll take somebody with some average skill with great character, or he'll take somebody with some average character with great skill over somebody with great skill and poor character. He may take a player with great character and poor skill depending on where the draft is. But what he won't do is pick a player and then worry about by position, generally speaking. All things being equal, maybe, but he's looking for those two things. And if he's stacked at center and the player has those two things and it's the best of the bunch, he's going to take that player. So you better get used to it. Now there is another aspect of this. What happened was, I'd like to know the context, but it came out on Twitter that he was talking to a reporter and he said, apparently a whole bunch of people that don't watch the games don't like this pick, or something of that nature. It sounded kind of snarly or whatever. And when he said don't watch the games, a lot of people thought that don't watch the Edmonton Oilers games. Well, no, that's not it. He was talking about that don't watch European games or the games that Broberg plays. Don't like this pick. I thought, first of all, why don't you just have confidence in yourself and not bother with that? It sounds kind of petty, but on the other thing, and I know Mr. Holland, and if I called Ken Holland, if I called you Peter in this thing, I'm sorry. I for some reason think your name should be Peter. I don't know, but Kenny, I know you watch. Like, who doesn't really, right? So you're listening right now. The fans have gone through a shitload of hurt, okay? Tons. They are damaged. It's been 10 years of absolute garbage teams. And yeah, they're a little sensitive right now. So they weren't always like that when it came to drafting players. They would usually just say, that's their job. We hope that they're good, and that's all that. But after Perry Harvey, Yakupov, especially European players, yeah, they're a bit sensitive. So could you please just try not to be snarly until you've shown what you can do. Nobody here, not too many people here, fans here, care that you did something good in Detroit back in the day. In fact, your last 4 or 5 years haven't been wonderful. I personally like the way you've built Detroit, and the way he has rebuilt Detroit. I'm talking like I'm actually talking to him now. Isn't that funny? I like the way he's rebuilt Detroit. He found character guys that were veterans and brought them in. Yes, he paid a little much for them, but he knew he had to hit the cap floor anyways. He might as well, not cap floor, but he has cap space anyways, and he knew that he was going to have a lot of it to do it. So if you can use it, you might as well find guys with great character to pay. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons for that. So these young guys, when it comes to re-sign them, they can say, look at how well they took care of this guy and that guy and that guy. You know, I think I should probably stay here and trust these guys when they say, we need a little more cap room right now. Can we shade off $500,000 and we'll pay it off later, or something of that nature. And that's kind of what Detroit does, and they honored their word. Anyways, getting back to this, Kenny, do your thing, prove yourself. Please don't irritate these fans any more than they already have. It's going to be tougher on you than you think. I like the pick. I like the pick because I trust Kenny Holland in his identification of talent, and that he's going to bring in a Detroit-type atmosphere as far as building these kids up into NHL players, and I do believe in that. But I just wanted to get that off my chest. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. Hope you're having a great weekend. I sure am. Have a great... Oh, hit the subscribe and the bell, and I'll send you a My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace signed by me. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.